will be a description of the Quickdraw Weaving program's ability to control the positioning of the threading and treadling on the page. Now, from the project setup screen, I have the preference controls here for the threading at the top of the bottom and for the treadling at the left or the right. So for frame of reference, when I first started here, the treadling is in the top right, the tie-up's in the top right-hand corner. When I come back over to the setup screen, if I ask for the threading at the bottom, when I go back to the same page, it's now moved to the bottom. Similarly, if I wanted to move it over to the right, from the right to the left-hand side, now when I go back, it's actually drawn the tie-up in the bottom left-hand corner. You'll notice when it's done that, the threading sequences, the treadling sequences are reversed, as well as the positions of thread 1 and shaft 1 on the drawings. Now, and I actually do have control whether the treadle 1 would be on the left or the right, as well as shaft 1 on the top or the bottom. So you can make that look like whatever you want it to. Normally, when you select it, it will automatically set all three of the controls consistently. Normally, when you want the threading at the bottom, you want shaft 1 to be shown at the bottom and working its way up. But you can control that any way you want to. We've seen how that works on the basic edit screens. All of the other screens will follow. The finished views will do the same thing. The Loom Help 1 will actually show the sequence and the formatting as requested. Even the grid view and the network view will pull things back and forth. The only place that's a little bit different, that does not correctly respond to that, is in the bound weave editor. It really still keeps the tie up at the top just because of the basic structure of that editor. If you want to, you certainly can go back in and with the warp editor reverse the threading sequence, which would then basically make the pattern upside down. So if you'd rather design it one way and then flip it, for maintenance and for usage. But you have complete control over where those are, and once you decide how you want that done, every time you use the program, it would configure that. If you hit the Save as Default, it will include not only that pattern setup, but also includes the preference, not just for this pattern, but for every pattern that's used by Quickdraw for your current installation. And that gives me the controls over where and how everything is drawn and controlled. Thank you.